India launches missile strikes into Pakistan, Islamabad calls it an act of war.
India conducted missile strikes early on May 7, 2025, targeting 9 sites across Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir in retaliation for a deadly terrorist attack in Indian-administered Kashmir's Pahalgam region. The strikes have escalated tensions between the two nuclear-armed neighbors, with Pakistan condemning the attacks as a blatant act of war and vowing a strong response. India's Ministry of Defense announced that the missile strikes targeted 9 locations linked to terrorist infrastructure in Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir, emphasizing the operation was focused, measured, and non-escalatory. Pakistan's military reported at least 8 deaths, including a 3-year-old child, and 35 injuries from the strikes. Sites hit included the populous Punjab province and cities in Pakistan-administered Kashmir such as Muzaffarabad and Kotli, where mosques were destroyed. Pakistani officials condemned the missile attacks as an unprovoked violation of sovereignty. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif called the strikes cowardly assaults and declared Pakistan's right to respond robustly, with fighter jets scrambled in retaliation.
Pakistan claimed to have shot down up to 5 Indian fighter jets, including Rafale aircraft, though India has not confirmed these losses.
The Pakistani military stated the Indian missiles were launched from within Indian airspace. The strikes follow a terrorist attack on April 22 in Pahalgam, Indian-administered Kashmir, where militants killed 26 people, mostly tourists. India blamed Pakistan-backed militant groups, which Islamabad denies, calling for impartial investigations. Indian officials stressed that no Pakistani military facilities were targeted and that the strikes were designed to avoid escalation, focusing solely on terrorist camps and infrastructure. Following the strikes, Pakistan launched artillery and gunfire across the line of control and international border, reportedly killing 3 civilians in Indian-administered Kashmir. The United Nations and global leaders, including U.S. President Donald Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio, urged both countries to exercise restraint and seek peaceful resolution to avoid further conflict. This military escalation marks the deepest Indian strikes into Pakistan in decades, raising fears of a broader conflict between two nuclear-armed neighbors with a long history of hostilities over Kashmir. India's missile strikes and Pakistan's vow of retaliation underscore the fragile and volatile situation in South Asia, with the Kashmir dispute continuing to pose a serious threat to regional stability and global security.